After you met me at the airport. Now, wow. Since Tuesday. Welcome. Since God introduces himself from men, you have to know who you are. And if they say that God is looking for you, you should find out what he's looking for in you, not in your baby. That's the second shot. If you say God is calling you, you should find out what he is calling. Finding out finding out what is calling should help you to know your type of calling. Let me say again. I say finding out what he is calling will help you to know your type of calling. Now, denying yourself is denying God if he's calling you. Let me say again. I said denying yourself is denying God. Men deny God when they deny themselves. When they deny themselves. That thing you know, that thing God have revealed to you, that you know that I am is the only thing I am and the only thing I will ever be. If I deny it, then I will deny myself and deny God and deny destiny. Kennedy, are you busy with it? I said God introduces himself to you from you. If he say you're a prophet, then there is a prophetic character. A prophetic character. You don't go to university to discover it. It's already in you. Prophets don't discover it for you. The greatest school on earth for you is a school that helps you to know who you are. The greatest school for you is a school that helps you to know who you are. Now, life starts with these two things. Number one, who you are and why you are. Life starts with these two. If these two is not clear, then life have not started. What I mean by life I've not started, you can still do anything you like. If you don't know who you are and why you are, you can marry for a wrong reason. You can go to any country. For instance, I am going to share now on Africa, the land of the last incarnation. The land of, yes, and it's still all about Africa and Africans. That time I came back here and stood here and made declaration before I go back. There was time I came here and made declaration before I now went back. I've already gone out. And the Lord said, he said, go back into the altar and speak. And speak the word that you see. And make a decree on it. That's what I'm going to still do now. Then he said to me that fulfilling a word is not your duty. But I would like you to also understand that faith is not a joke. You get to a church one day in the morning and you have boldness to say some very big things in prayer declaration. That boldness might not come every day. So explore it that day. Discovering who you are is what we call accurate living. There is no life outside it. Excuse me. Even if you do something alongside who you are or to reveal who you are in a small way, it's more important than doing too big when you don't know who you are. If you do small, after you have known who you are, everything you do after you have known who you are and why you are, establish your immortality and your eternal relevance. Even if you have done small, it contributes than when you have done too much. When you don't know who you are, because you can do anything. Just like you're praying, you pray according to God's will for 30 minutes. It's more important than praying 6 hours. We are not even sure what you're praying. Church, that's the way why you look like me like that? Huh? When you hear that a young man grew up in a place and died without being anything and without doing anything in the land, and his name is forgotten, because you see, if a man is a pillar of fire, a pillar, a man cannot be a pillar until his person is harvested. Now, when you harvest yourself, you are introduced in the eternal path. Nobody follows the eternal path without self-harvest. Because if you have not harvested yourself, then you don't exist. You don't exist. You're just ordinary. The man is ordinary dust. And then it is that through that self-harvest that you set standard against oppositions. That is why, like the boy said, his father became rich. You can imagine that level of development where a man that is 96 years started traveling outside to buy shoe at the age of 21. My question is to you, to him, and to us. What about if at the age of 21 that man have known who he is? At 21. And he's now 96. It's only God that will know how his father would have looked like. And all the people here would have helped. Because God does not keep company with confused people. You can't lead God astray. You can't wander around and tell God to be with you. It's not possible. In the first place, you don't lead him. He leads and you follow. So when somebody is wandering up and down, who was leading him? When that suffering and pain lasted long, who was leading? Church is here, I teaching. Huh? Huh? Let me come now. Let me come. You understand what I'm about to say? If you look at Nigeria, the only tribe out of Nigeria that produce significant apostles are Yorubas. And that is a secret. Other ones are working. If you go to Taraba State, Jalingo, all those other places, they have baby churches by indigens. Go to Calabar, go to Yost, they have baby churches. And we don't know them because they didn't come up. It's not a church that should come up, it's a man. And how can somebody who is lost in himself come up? And if he's lost himself, he'll keep going around himself. I say he will keep around himself. And then, because, and then prophets and the sorcerers and other human beings and the environment will be vandalizing him. Somebody get to your house and say, the Lord said, you should go and get shop at Omaha Junction. Says the Lord Almighty. You say, Father, thank you for talking to me. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Tomorrow you're already at the Omaha Junction looking for a shop. That's how you want to live your life. Church, why are you laughing? But is it not what's raining? Is it not what's destroying this land? I'm asking us. Huh? Huh? You know, guys, what is destroying? That is part of what has destroyed the land now. Huh? And is it correct? Have you not met about 3 prophets that told you 3 different things? Contradict themselves in your life. That means you're a contradiction yourself. Why do we have Bible and we don't read? Gabriel went to Zechariah. Talk about John. And then he went to Mary. And we saw this thing in the Bible. And we went to prophets. We saw this thing in Luke chapter 1. And we don't, whether it is who we are and why we are, is it not there? Is it not 2 things that Gabriel discussed? He shall have the spirit and power of Elias to reconcile Father and the children. He left. Who he is, why he is. And Sister Nkoli told you, the prophetess, that you need to show up at the junction of Omaha. That is where you should start the granite business. It will sell very well there. That's why you were born. Excuse me. What is no matter how accurate the prophetic is, knowing who you are is far more important. A prophet, somebody who should not continue with you, should not guide you. Nobody should guide you from outside. The moment that these two things, who you are and why you are, is clear, some demons will go out of your life. Some destroyers is permanent. If it happen now, some problem will die now forever. If it happens now, certain powers will die in your life forever. But it is a crown revelation. It's not cheap, but it can happen. That's why I call it crown. He's the father of all revelations. If I am cross, is he every cross I am? I told Lagos I'm going to have a cross service a week tomorrow. I'm a cross bearer. If I can't be a cross bearer, then I don't exist. And I will never live any life outside the life of a cross bearer. I'm not a general cross bearer. You see, because the cross that is in me is covering, not a general cross. Debbie, you brought me that cross. Huh? You brought it. Did you search my bag? Did you search it? Huh? There's a cross in it. And I'm bringing it in the night. It's a Jerusalem cross. You know, I have a lot of cross. But you know, that one is chassis from Jerusalem. Go. And the other ones, you know, are still there from Jerusalem. But that one just came, she brought it. Because Jenny just came back from Jerusalem. You know, she brought me so many beautiful things, but that cross is fine. Because when I brought the cross, I knew that this is me. Knowing that it is me, when I was looking at it, I know it's me, and I was alone. I know it was me. Cross. I don't want to live outside it. Every day I woke up in the morning, I want to understand it. Because that is only thing I am forever. I didn't choose it since Yahweh. I need to tell you, I don't joke with something that him who created me made me. If it is his choice for me, I honor him forever for thinking of keeping pain for me as a destiny. That is why it does not swallow me. Pain will never swallow me because he gave it to me as a gift. Why it does not swallow me is because I am happy that it pleased him. To produce a face from pain, from cross, is my destiny. Why will I love another life? That's why sometimes when I come out in the house in the night, When I don't feel like coming, I'll tell myself, I said, my friend, go to church. Which other life do you want to have? And then somebody said, shepherd is very strong. It's not strength. It's that I want to die. Yes. I want to die. Because I've already been killed. I've been killed already. Something happened to me I will never forget. When that particular year, I brought a lot of Pasikejuku. Is it there? Thank you. The Lord, I'll be asking him to keep you healthy. With all the pressure you go through in the camp. And for being strong for this ground. I will put so much pressure on him and said, we have to stand defense. You see, during that particular fast, I think 2022, I said, I'm not going to chew anything for 40 days because I want the owner of that land to sell it. They didn't want to sell it. In the midst, they now accepted, when I was under that pressure, they accepted to sell it. During that Gethsemane 2022. Why the moment that they persuaded, they said they want to sell it. And again, I started fasting on to get money to buy it. And I didn't want to bother Lucas Army with it. We just finished synod and I was exhausted financially. To God be glory. So I started like, I started searching everywhere. I searched my the missionary account, that's my dollar and pounds account, and start seeing how I can raise money to buy it. Long story short, it was bought. But when that fasting was coming to the end, I discovered I started having like rib pain, very strong, because I was not eating. At the beginning, the first 1 week, I started having problem with blood. When it was end, I started having problem with, like, if I cough, I'll cough out blood. I'm praying now. If I pray very hard, I'll start coughing out blood. When I'm praying and if it happens, I'll feel like I should cough. When I cough, blood will start coming out. So when it happens, I'll go to my office and lie down. When that fasting ended and I came and saw that I was happy. Then I came early 2020, December of that program, for the program here. Then we started going to that bush for the very first time. Throughout that period, I was here. From that carryover of that Gethsemane to going to that bush, I had a headache. That is when I finished praying there. When I come back into my room, I will have headache throughout. This part of my head will connect to this, and I will be hearing boom, boom, boom. But that is between like 6 and 12. I'll still go out there to go and pray without headache. So we're about to travel one early morning. morning, I had an encounter. That encounter, I didn't understand it. I went and woke up Pastor Caleb by 3 a.m. Called policemen, they followed us. That the day we were supposed to travel. We went to the junction, we started praying. What was the encounter? What encounter? What was the encounter that made me to start praying? The Lord was trying to tell me that I'm trying to destroy my life. But I didn't understand it. That, yes. That encounter of that 2022 is still part of my life now. You see, because there's some wound that when you get it, doesn't heal. Because for someone like me who can't rest, I can't have full rest. So to get my head to be pounding, it's always difficult. Since I came here once in a while, I pound if I go inside. From that day, but why do I have courage? I have courage and I'm not bothered because this is my life. The only life. It cannot be lived in another way. The heel of the last truth. Psalms in Micah chapter 4, 1, 2, 3. The heel of the last truth. Micah chapter 4,
verse 1 to 3.
Verse 1 to 3.
But in the last days, it shall come to pass,
yes,
that the mountain of the Lord's house, the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountain, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the Lord shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations.
The mountain on top of the other mountain is the dwelling place of God where law should go out from.